Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I am your gracious host, Jay Red. Before I begin this video, do me a favor, hit the like button or the dislike button, and also please, either now or at the end of the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/RedsView. I got some great content, great interviews. You're going to love this channel, I promise you. All right, so the news is in. The cat is out the bag. We're going to have, finally, UGK versus 8Ball and MJG. 8Ball and MJG versus UGK. Now, this is a versus battle that I've been waiting for personally. I think if you from the South, especially, you know, those Southern hip-hop music lovers and hip-hop lovers in general, man, these are two of the best hip-hop duos of all time. They're similar in styles just a tad bit. It's like they mirror each other. And I think that this is a great combination. You know what I'm saying? I think that this is the best versus matchup since Brandy and Monica. Now, when I say matchup, I'm not saying the best versus. Like, my personal favorite was the Bone versus 3-6, and then I like Babyface versus Teddy Riley. When I'm saying matchup, I'm talking about similar type of style, similar, coming from the same place, you know, different things like that. I think that these groups mirror each other, you know, and it's a real hard decision to be like, man, who you think gonna win, who you going for? Because we love that both groups kind of kept it underground for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're straight from the South, unapologetically Southern, they just had classics, and they had a lot of what we know as Southern or underground classics, man. So this is going to be really, really big for the culture, especially if you from the South, Southern hip hop culture, man. I'm excited. It's going to be in Atlanta. I got to see about the tickets. They haven't released ticket info yet, but that's going to be on Thursday. This Thursday, May 26th, I believe. Isn't that the date? I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I got to check this out, man. I think this is going to be big, big, big for the culture, man. We finally got UGK versus 8Ball and MJG. The internet damn near lost its shit yesterday after seeing it, man. It's like, this is going to be great, right? So the first question is, who do you think will win? This is a prediction thing, right? Now, I love both groups. I think both groups contributed something to the game. But I'm going to say, and this is simply because when you think strategically, when it comes to hits, 20, and I'm going to say 20 songs versus 20 songs, right? Because I don't think when you talk about hit records commercially and stuff like that, these two groups aren't really known for that. They're more known for that, keeping it underground, highly respected. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is I feel like UGK may get the W. I feel like they may get the win on this one. The reason why I'm saying that is because after it's all said and done, you got to realize, man, Bun-B had a hell of a solo career. His solo run was deep. It was heavy. Bun-B, if you remember when Pimp C was in jail, like 04, 05, 06, especially when Houston came up, like worldwide, when Swisher House came to dominate, and you know what I'm saying, you had Chameleon there, everybody was out. Bun-B was like the leader of that, you know what I'm saying? Bun-B was like the MVP during that time. He was showing up on Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Lil Flip, just everywhere, man. And Bun-B put out some dope solo projects. He got Get Throw with Jay-Z and Zero in them, man. It's like draped up and dripped out. Once Bun-B goes into his solo bag, after it's all said and done, I think that UGK is going to get the W. That's why I feel like UGK would do it, right? Now, what I will say is this. Commercially, 8Ball and MJG were more successful than UGK. Commercially now. Now, if you look at it, UGK, man, like, just to be realistic, I don't think that the mainstream really caught on to UGK until, like, as a whole, right? Not saying that people weren't listening to UGK. They were called underground kings for a reason. But I think that the mainstream really didn't catch on to them until that Big Pimpin' collaboration with Jay-Z. I really feel like that helped Jay-Z out as well as helped UGK out. And then you started to hear about them way more and more, especially when that Houston scene, you know, when Swisher House and everybody came to prominence during that time. So I feel like before that, 8Ball and MJG were holding it down. Now, they were with Swap House, so they were semi-independent, you know what I'm saying? But 8Ball and MJG, that show enough, shout out to the Noobs. That's why I had to wear this shirt. Shout out to the Noobs, man. that Tella and A-Ball and MJG show enough. And they have had Space Age Pimpin'. They got some classics. They were making those radio friendly records prior to the 2000s, like in the 90s. Now, of course, UGK had Pocket Full of Stones. They had classics, right? But like I'm saying, on a commercial level, if you look at it, I feel like A-Ball and MJG were doing it, you know, on a mainstream level harder, you know, coming from Memphis during that time in the 90s, all the way up until like the mid 2000s, right? A-Ball MJG, remember they signed the Diddy, and then they signed the Grand Hustle. You know, they had the You Don't Want Drama, like, you know, all that stuff. So, and then they had some good features too, right? However, I'm not saying that A-Ball and MJG can't win this, but I just think that after you play those UGK records, bun-b comes in, and if he brings out, you got to think about the guests that he could bring out too. He could bring out Jay. What if Jay-Z show up? What if Jay-Z shows up to this verses? You know, but Jeezy could have brought him out too. But I don't know if, you know, if it's actually going to happen. But it's going to be here in Atlanta. I'm excited about it. But I think that if bun-b plays those solo hits from that solo run that he had, I think, and bun-b did so many guest appearances, man. He's going to bring out some features. His feature bag is heavy. A-Ball and MJG got some good features too, but I think that UGK may end up running away with it. But like I said, on the commercial aspect, as far as going gold and platinum, A-Ball and MJG were doing that in the 90s, way before UGK had a platinum plat, right? I think Ride Dirty may have went gold, but I think that A-Ball and MJG were more commercially successful. See, UGK, it's sad, but once Pimp C got out of jail, and then they put out, what was that album? It was a double disc. I forgot the name of it. But, you know, when UGK hopped on International Players Anthem and stuff like that, and then The Game Been Good to Me, whatever that album was, I think it came out of like 06 or something like that. And I think it was like #1 on the charts. That's when, by the time they were accepted by the mainstream, unfortunately, Chad Butler, Pimp C, passed away right after that, you know, but it was terrible. But, you know, it is what it is with that. But I'm excited about it. I think this is going to be a great battle for those OGs, man, those legends. They put it in. And like I said, I think UGK is going to walk out with the W, if you ask me. Shout out to A-Ball and MJG, though, man. They got to be strategic, man, because, man, when they play Space Age Pimpin', and it's really going to be about, you know, who you like the most maybe in this situation. I don't know, man. It's kind of tough. It's really kind of tough. But I think that this is one of the best matchups since like Brandy and Monica. Because Brandy and Monica had like a little rivalry, and they, you know, kind of mirrored each other a tad bit, you know what I'm saying? But see, like Bone and 3-6, right? They didn't mirror each other. They just had a rivalry, and people knew about them. And for some reason, they compared them to each other. And just because they had a little similar style in the beginning and stuff like that. But A-Ball and MJG and UGK is going to be one for the books. Hopefully it's good. It's going to be in the A. So it ain't going to be no hometown advantage. It's not going to be in Memphis. It's not going to be in Texas. So the crowd should be highly engaged in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that this is going to be real, real good for the culture. But let me know in the comment sections who you think is going to actually win. Like I said, I think UGK gonna go ahead and get it, man. Simply for the fact of bun-b's solo hits. Now, A-Ball had a solo album that came out that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But MJG, dope. All of them dope, man. All of them dope. But that's who I think. Let me know in the comments who you think is gonna be. I can't wait. I'm amped up about it. Hopefully I can get me some tickets to go up in that thing and let y'all know how it is. But yeah, UGK versus A-Ball and MJG, A-Ball and MJG versus UGK. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms at JAYR3D, preferably TikTok and Instagram. Get that single Pregame. Pregame is out right now on all streaming platforms. But this is your guy, J Red, Red's View, signing out.